didn't stumble into isolation, you were summoned. When everything in your life began to fall silent, when people left, when plans collapsed, when no one called, and the noise disappeared, that wasn't punishment, that was preparation. As before the universe reveals your power, it removes your distractions. You thought you were being rejected, but what if you were being redirected to something divine? What if the silence was actually a sacred classroom, and loneliness wasn't a curse, but a call? People don't understand this. Isolation is where destinies are forged, not destroyed. You're not losing your mind, you're meeting your soul. The version of you that was addicted to validation, chaos, and noise, that version had to die so the real you could rise. This is your spiritual initiation, the breakdown before the quantum breakthrough. The universe had to remove who you were to reveal who you could become. So don't curse the silence, don't resist the solitude, stand in it, listen to it, transform in it. Because when it's time, the same universe that isolated you will announce you, and the world will wonder, where did this person come from? But you'll know you're built in the dark. If this message hit your soul, don't scroll away, like this video, comment, I'm ready to rise, share this with someone who's in the silence, and make sure to subscribe, because we're just getting started. Isolation is not a sign of failure. It is a divine preparation that shakes you to your core and forces you to confront everything you've been running from. You didn't just end up here by accident. This moment of solitude, this absence of voices, this silence around you, it's intentional. You were chosen for this. The universe didn't isolate you to punish you. It isolated you to prepare you for what's next. This is the moment where the distractions are stripped away, where the noise of the world fades into nothingness, and where you are finally left to face the raw, unfiltered version of yourself. This is where growth begins. Isolation doesn't mean you're unworthy. It's not a reflection of your failures or inadequacies. It means you are being chosen to undergo the most important transformation of your life. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, knows that you cannot elevate to the next level of your existence while surrounded by noise, drama, and distractions. There's a purpose in this silence. There's a divine energy that is working in the background to help you find yourself in ways you never imagined possible. It's preparing you for a level of greatness that requires focus, not just on the world around you, but on the world inside you. You felt the sting of isolation before, haven't you? The sting of loneliness that seems to scream at you in the quiet. Let me tell you something. That sting is a blessing. The pain of isolation isn't something to avoid or escape from. It's the universe's way of telling you that it's time to step into something greater than you've ever known. You weren't meant to stay in the shallow waters of comfort forever. You weren't meant to live a life of mediocrity. No, the universe had bigger plans for you, and in order to align with that vision, you had to be pulled away from the ordinary, the expected, and the mundane. Look at the greats, the pioneers of history. What did they experience before they reached their peak? Isolation. Steve Jobs, Nikola Tesla, Albert Einstein. These minds were pulled into the quiet, away from the noise, where they could hear their own thoughts loud and clear. They were given the space to think, to dream, and to build. The silence you're feeling right now isn't rejection. It's your invitation into greatness. It's a space where your ideas and creativity can flow freely without interruption. It's the universe saying it's time for you to meet yourself. The pain of isolation is a signal. It's not a roadblock. It's a wake-up call. The world you knew is being dismantled because it's not serving your highest purpose. The universe has seen you outgrow your old patterns, your old relationships, and your old self. And so it has pushed you into the void, into the emptiness, so you can fill that space with new truths, new understanding, and new possibilities. You can't elevate if you're clinging to the past. You can't soar if you're holding on to people, places, and things that no longer serve you. The universe knows that the best version of you is waiting to emerge from the ashes of your former self. And it knows that only isolation can create the fertile ground for your transformation. And here's the truth, what you're experiencing isn't unique to you. Everyone who's ever risen to a higher level of existence has gone through this exact process. The isolation isn't the exception, it's the rule. The person you're becoming requires solitude. The person you're becoming requires silence. The person you're becoming requires a disconnection from the old ways, the old habits, the old stories that no longer serve you. The universe is cutting away the dead weight from your life, and though it feels painful now, it's the necessary first step towards your rebirth. Imagine for a moment the cocoon of a caterpillar. It isolates itself in the darkness, spinning its own silk, cocooned in a space of stillness and silence. To the outside world, it may seem like nothing is happening, but inside that cocoon, a miracle is taking place. The caterpillar is being broken down and remade into something far more beautiful, far more powerful, and far more capable than it ever could have imagined. The same process is happening within you. The cocoon of isolation is where your transformation occurs. It's where you shed your old skin, where you lose the version of yourself that was too afraid, too small, and too comfortable. And when you emerge from that isolation, you will no longer be the same. You will be a new creation, one capable of taking on the world with strength, purpose, and clarity. You are being prepared for something bigger than you can comprehend right now. The universe has isolated you not because you are unworthy, but because you're about to step into your destiny. This silence is your proving ground. It's the place where you learn to trust yourself, where you learn to hear your inner voice louder than all the external noise. It's where you build the resilience that will carry you through every challenge life throws at you. The isolation isn't meant to make you weak. It's meant to make you strong. It's meant to toughen you up, to refine you, to focus your energy on what truly matters. So stop resisting the silence. Stop fighting the loneliness. Embrace it, for it is the key to your next level. You've been called to stand alone, because only in this space can you truly hear the whispers of your purpose, the echoes of your potential, and the fire of your future self. Don't let the silence scare you. It's the universe's way of clearing the path so you can walk with clarity, confidence, and power. Embrace isolation. See it for what it truly is, a sacred time of personal growth and transformation. The isolation you're experiencing right now isn't a dead end. It's a launch pad. And the moment you realize this, you will understand that you've been chosen for something far greater than what you can currently see. Keep your faith, trust the process, and know that this isolation is setting the stage for your unimaginable ride. The universe doesn't give you what you want, it gives you what you need. And right now, what you need is to be stripped of everything that keeps you small, everything that holds you back from the greatness you were born for. When the universe removes distractions from your life, it's not an act of cruelty. It's a form of divine intervention. It's creating the space necessary for your true purpose to emerge. You can't walk into your destiny if you're still entangled in the trivialities of the past, the noise of people who don't understand your vision, or the habits that keep you chained to an old version of yourself. This isn't rejection, it's a redirection. It's not a punishment, it's a purification. Everything that doesn't serve your highest good is being taken away, not because you're unworthy of those things, but because you are being prepared for something much bigger. The universe knows what's ahead for you, and it will clear the path, no matter how painful the process seems. The distractions of the past, the relationships that drain you, the environments that keep you stagnant, they had to be removed. That had to be done for your own growth. You couldn't rise with those things weighing you down. And now that they're gone, you have an unprecedented opportunity to grow. May hurt. It may feel like the universe has abandoned you, but understand this. Isolation is the preparation. It's the incubation period before your breakthrough. You cannot expect to build a castle while surrounded by rubble. You must first clear the land, and that's exactly what's happening right now. The universe is clearing the way for you to create something magnificent, something that will leave a mark on the world. This clearing process isn't happening by chance. It's happening because you're ready for it, whether you realize it or not. Every time the universe removes a distraction, it's doing you a favor. It's making room for new relationships that will elevate you, for opportunities that will challenge you, for wisdom that will transform you. What you perceive as loss is actually a powerful act of creation. The universe doesn't want you to remain stagnant, clinging to what's familiar and comfortable. It wants you to rise above the ordinary, to break free from the illusions that have been keeping you bound. It removes distractions so you can see clearly, so you can hear your true calling, and so you can walk forward with unwavering confidence. The distractions that were once a part of your life were never meant to define you. They were temporary fixtures on your journey. Now that they're gone, you're being called to build a new life, one that aligns with your highest potential. The universe is investing in you by clearing the way. It's an act of faith, not only in you, but in your ability to rise to the occasion. The silence, the solitude, the removal of distractions. This is your time to awaken, to heal, and to evolve into the version of yourself you're always meant to be. When the universe redirects your path, it's not because you've lost anything. It's because you're about to gain everything. The silence you're facing isn't an absence. It's the presence of something far more powerful than any noise could ever be. In the stillness, you begin to hear what you've been drowning out for years, the voice of your own soul. You see, the noise of life, the chaos, the constant rush, it all prevents you from truly connecting with your deepest desires, your innermost truths. But in isolation, the distractions vanish and you are left with nothing but yourself. That's when you realize the power you've been seeking has always been within you. You've been so busy chasing external validation, listening to the opinions of others, and seeking approval from a world that doesn't even know who you truly are. The silence is your chance to finally listen to the one voice that matters most, your own. In this moment of quiet, you have the unique opportunity to understand who you really are beneath the layers of conditioning, beneath the expectations placed upon you. It's the space where you discover your true desires, your true strengths, and your true potential. You are no longer distracted by the noise of others, and for the first time, you hear the whisper of your own heart. You are forced to confront the things you've been avoiding, to face the parts of yourself you've been too afraid to acknowledge. But when you embrace this silence, you unlock a power that only exists in stillness. The distractions were blinding you, keeping you from seeing the brilliance within. Most people are too afraid of silence because it forces them to face the uncomfortable truths they've been running from. But that's exactly why silence is where transformation begins. The mind can no longer wander aimlessly when it's surrounded by stillness. In the silence, the clutter of your thoughts begins to quiet, and you start to hear the real you. You hear the thoughts that matter, the ideas that have been suppressed, the visions that have been buried under years of noise. Silence gives you the clarity to hear the universe speaking directly to your soul. It's here that your intuition can guide you, and your higher self can communicate with you in ways that would have been drowned out before. What you need to understand is that you are not just surviving in the silence, you are growing in it. Your greatest breakthroughs, your deepest revelations, and your most profound insights all come from this sacred space. The noise of the world has conditioned you to seek answers externally, but true wisdom, true growth comes from within. The silence is your opportunity to reconnect with your essence, to listen to the voice that has been silenced by years of distraction. The power you're seeking has always been here, waiting for you to tune in. You've just been too busy listening to everything else. When you embrace the silence, you begin to understand the importance of your own thoughts and actions. In this space, you realize you don't need the approval of others to move forward. You don't need external validation to feel worthy. You are already enough. The silence is where you realize that all the answers you've been searching for were inside you the entire time. The world's noise cannot compete with the clarity that silence brings. And when you embrace that clarity, nothing can stop you from moving forward with purpose and conviction. In the silence, you become the master of your own fate. It's where you stop being a passenger in your own life and start taking control of your destiny. You can't hear your own power when you're drowning in noise. The silence is not your enemy, it is your greatest ally. The person you were had to die in order for the person you are becoming to emerge. You can't step into greatness while holding on to the old you, the version of yourself that was bound by fear, doubt, and insecurity. You've lived in that shell long enough, and it's no longer serving you. The universe saw this. It saw that you were stuck in a cycle, constantly recycling the same limiting beliefs, the same destructive habits. And so it made the decision for you. It forced the old you to break away so that the new you could take flight. Let go of the past because it is only holding you back. That old version of yourself doesn't deserve your future. Your future self is bold, unafraid, and unstoppable. It's time to stop dragging around the baggage of who you were. The person who stayed stuck in toxic patterns is gone. The person you are becoming is free. You've felt the pressure, haven't you? The weight of the old you fighting against the new you. That's the struggle of transformation. It's uncomfortable, it's painful, but it's necessary. You can't expect to rise if you're still carrying the emotional scars, the bad habits, and the limiting beliefs from your past. The universe has forced you into this silence because it knows you need to let go of all that is holding you back. You have to allow the old version of yourself to fall away like dead leaves falling from a tree. Only when you let go of the past can you make space for what's to come. And the new version of you is going to be unrecognizable. You'll be stronger, wiser, and more powerful than you ever thought possible. It's time to stop being afraid of change. The old you fought to keep control, fought to keep things comfortable, fought to keep things familiar. But the truth is, comfort is your enemy. Comfort is what keeps you stuck. Growth only happens when you embrace discomfort, when you surrender to the unknown, and when you trust that the universe knows better than you do. The old you is afraid of what lies ahead, but the new you is ready to step into your purpose, ready to face whatever challenges come your way. The old you had to die so that the real you could live. The death of the old self is not an ending, it's a beginning. It's the birth of the person who will achieve everything you've ever dreamed of and more. In the silence of isolation, you've had no choice but to confront the parts of yourself that needed to be destroyed. And that's exactly what's happening now. The parts of you that were weak, that were stuck in fear, that were not aligned with your true power, those parts are dying. You've outgrown them. And the more you embrace the pain, the more you accept the process, the faster you'll step into the new version of yourself. The universe isn't punishing you by forcing the old you to die. It's liberating you. It's removing the layers that no longer serve you, the beliefs that have kept you small, the patterns that have kept you in a cycle of mediocrity. It's pushing you to shed what's unnecessary and move into the fullness of who you are meant to be. This process of letting go is brutal, but it's necessary. The new version of you will rise like a phoenix from the ashes of your former self. The power you seek is found in the courage to let go of the old you, to stop holding on to the past, and to embrace the unknown future with open arms. The more you resist this transformation, the longer it will take. But the moment you surrender and accept that the old you must die, you will experience freedom like you've never known. The person you were becoming is waiting for you to choose them. And when you do, you'll see that everything you've ever wanted was always within reach, just on the other side of letting go. Solitude is not a prison, it is a proving ground. The universe has placed you in this moment of isolation because it knows this is where your true power will emerge. The world is loud, it's chaotic, it bombards you with distractions, opinions, and expectations. But in the silence, in the solitude, you are forced to confront yourself. And this is where true transformation happens. No one else can do the work for you. No one else can face your fears, your insecurities, your limitations. This is your journey, and it's in the silence that you will find the strength to walk it. You are being trained in solitude, sculpted into a version of yourself that will stand tall, unshakable. No matter what life throws your way, the universe isn't punishing you with loneliness. It's preparing you for the greatness you're about to step into. Solitude gives you the space to reconnect with your true self. Without the distractions of other people's opinions, you can finally hear the voice inside you that has been drowned out for too long. In the silence, you discover what you truly want, what you truly need, and what you truly deserve. No more pretending, no more living for the validation of others. The universe has pulled you away from the noise because it knows you have the power to create a life on your own terms. It's time to let go of the need for external approval. The person you were seeking approval from was always within you. You've been so focused on what others think, but now you're being called to focus on what you think, to finally trust your instincts and have faith in your inner wisdom. Solitude is the space where you finally realize that you don't need anyone else to validate your worth. You are always enough. In solitude, you are forced to face your shadows. The parts of you that you've been avoiding, the fears, the doubts, the insecurities, you have no choice but to confront them now. And here's the truth. It's in the confrontation of these shadows that your power is revealed. You cannot rise without first facing the darkness within. The universe isolates you because it knows that in the silence, in the stillness, you will find the courage to stare into your deepest fears and not run away. You will learn that the things you've been avoiding are not as terrifying as you once thought. And when you look them in the eye and face them head on, you will realize that they have no power over you. The silence is not your enemy. It is the weapon you need to defeat everything that has held you back. Solitude forces you to build resilience. It strengthens your mind, sharpens your focus, and toughens your spirit. It teaches you how to rely on yourself, how to trust yourself, and how to create from within. The universe isn't isolating you to break you. It's isolating you to build you. When you emerge from this period of solitude, you won't be the same person who entered it. You'll be stronger, wiser, and more prepared to face whatever challenges come your way. Solitude is the place where warriors are made. It's where you develop the mental and emotional fortitude to handle life's toughest battles. The person who walks out of this isolation will be unrecognizable to the world, and that's because the person who walked in no longer exists. You have been transformed. In solitude, You learn to become your own support system. You no longer rely on others to fill the void or make you feel complete. You become whole on your own. The universe is isolated to you because it knows that this is when you will discover your true strength. You will learn to stand tall, even when no one else is there to hold you up. You will discover that your own resilience, your own faith, and your own determination are all you need to move forward. You are not dependent on others. You are your own source of power. This is the ultimate lesson of solitude. You are all you need to become who you are meant to be. You didn't stumble into isolation, you were summoned.